This is my short story for the life of Tim. I thought I'd give live reading a go, so here we go.
You might want to move the mic up.
Yeah, that's
Clutch the thing there and
yeah.
pull it up.
off to a great start. Alright, here we go. Tim. Interesting beginning to a story. It's just a three-letter word, not so different from Tom, but a whole world away from Paul. It is just simply Tim. You probably know a Tim, went to school with a Tim, fallen in love with a Tim, and perhaps even been cheated on by a Tim. Fuck you, Tim. But for all the Tims you do know, there isn't one quite like this Tim. A Tim of grandeur and substance, an almighty Tim. I've probably exhausted my allotted amount of Tims already, and we are all barely a paragraph in. Yet I must digress. For no particular reason more than I am a Tom who wants to tell a story about a Tim and his search for his place in the world. Like many of us, that place is yet to be realised, a dream that seems so ever fleeting that it becomes a remnant of a forgotten memory. A musical note caught in the wind, no more than a whisper, but when you hear it, it sounds familiar. But before you can place the sound, it slips from your grasp and is lost to the ether of your mind, and life goes on. Now you're probably thinking, what does this Tim fellow know about forgotten dreams, about following your heart? And I completely agree, I barely have any life experience. I struggle with basically everything. I mean, Tim struggles with basically everything. Not me, no, I definitely have my shit together. But while we're on the subject, what's the deal with buses? Seriously. You have to wave them down, scan your pass, and heaven forbid you don't press the stop button to get off. Next minute, a simple 5-minute trip from Kingston to Monica to buy a chicken to roast, as you do at 8 o'clock on a Friday night, turns into this midnight adventure that ends up with you stranded in Albuquerque, somehow defying all laws of space-time continuum. And you know it isn't some kind of Harry Potter wizardry going on, because you have run into enough brick walls trying to get onto platform 9 3/4 to determine that Harry Potter is indeed a work of fiction. I apologise if this is news to anyone. It was hard for me to come to terms with too. Anyways, it seems I've gone on a bit of a tangent. What was I talking about again? Yes, Tim, that's right. Interesting beginning to a story. It's just a 3-letter. Oh wait, I've already said that part. That was intentional, by the way. I'm not sure why Tim was the kind of person who didn't want it to be understood. He simply wished to understand, to be able to know someone inside and out, and to know where they came from. Therefore, to follow his heart and realise his dreams, Tim decided that he would tell lies for a living. Now, you're probably thinking, lies for a living? So he wants to become a pop-up ad, you know, like the ones that say, congratulations, you've won $1 million. Just enter your tax file number and then the entirety of your identification, and we'll get that money to you ASAP. Well, no, dear listener, one does not simply become a pop-up ad unless one is Johnny Depp in the movie 10 Cents. Actually, I'm going to drop the charade. Tim is me, and on that bombshell I can finally start talking in the first person. I want to be a writer of fiction to essentially lie for a living. But before you go all Pinocchio's dad on me, whose name is Geppetto, by the way, these aren't bad lies I'm talking about. They are my truths, what I believe to be true. Beliefs that I hold close to my heart. And if it weren't for writing, I may never get to express. Fiction is the lie that tells the truth. There is someone out there who needs my story, who without it may grow up to be a different person, and who with it may find inspiration or wisdom or hope or kindness within my pages. That's basically why I want to write. And that's why I owe it to readers to write well. My biggest fear is that I'll publish a story that is dull and may turn someone off reading, and that is a scary thought. However, I'm willing to face that fear because I know that my words will reach someone. I have to believe they will. I've often thought that the great writers were all in a position, not like a position you probably have found yourself in countless times, sitting at a desk, putting words to paper. The very words that I've encountered in countless books. And they do so in a way full of such wonder and beauty. And then I start to think, damn it, why aren't my words like that? Why don't they read like that? And then I start questioning my faith, even though I'm not a man of faith. I say some unsavory things to myself, my computer, even my lamp, but I don't mean it because I love lamp. But that's life. I'm humbled to be able to read the works of the true literary giants, to immerse myself in their worlds, in the form of escapism. And when I emerge, it almost feels like I'm gasping for air. There's nothing quite like the drive that fiction can ignite within you. That needs to turn the page to uncover what happens next, and by doing so, you are forced to learn new words, to dream new ideas, to see things from a perspective once unseen. Reading is key. Words have so much power. They have forged empires and shaped nations, and that is why I want to tell lies for a living. Words are eternal and will outlast us all in the end. I want my words, my truths, to last longer than my lifetime. To live on in the heart and mind of others, to leave my mark on this world for the better. To give people that warm feeling you get when you finish a book that you wish you could forget so you could simply enjoy the experience of reading it again for the first time. Thank you for listening to my story and my somewhat coming out speech of being a writer.